Hey everybody, it's Angie and welcome to Hot and Flashy. In today's video, I've got 6 makeup dupes that are better than the high end. So I am wearing all of them on my face right now. I've got one side done with the high-end makeup and I've got the other side done with the dupes. Now, it's not a full face of makeup, so like don't look at the eyeshadow or the eyeliner, but the foundation, the lipstick, my setting powder, those are all dupes. And for me, I feel like they are slightly better than the higher end product, and I will tell you why during the video. So take a guess. Can you tell which side of my face you think is the dupe side and which side you think is the higher end side? Dupes are products that cost a lot less but rival a higher end product, either in look or ingredients or wear, or hopefully all 3 of those, but they cost much, much less. So let's start in with the makeup. Let's see if you were able to guess which side was the high-end side and which side was the lower cost dupe side. So this is the higher end side. This is the lower cost dupe side. So the high end foundation I have on this side of my face is one of my longtime faves, but it has been discontinued now twice. So it is the Chanel Perfection Lumiere Velvet. The newer version of it is called Ultra Le Tint Velvet. That one came out a couple of years ago, but that one has also been discontinued much more recently, although I can't find that one to put it on today, but they're virtually the same foundation anyway. But I know that some of you who are in love with this, you're looking for a replacement for it, and rather than a high-end replacement, I've got a dupe replacement for you. So this has been like my holy grail foundation for almost 10 years now. I love it. It's so lightweight and fluid, and it just makes my skin look so perfect and flawless. I gotta say, I started using a drugstore foundation a few months ago that really reminded me a lot of this, and I really do think it's a dupe for it now that I've looked at the ingredients and everything, and it is the L'Oreal True Match Nude Serum Foundation. I remember when I first got this, I thought it looked and felt very much like the Chanel. I checked the ingredients. The first few ingredients are very, very similar, so it's a very similar formula. Both have SD alcohol featured fairly highly on the ingredient list, so they can be a little bit drying for people with drier skin, but if you have textured skin, they sit beautifully on the skin. They're really lightweight and natural looking. All right, so here's the texture on them. You can see that they're both kind of runny liquids. This one is the Chanel. It's a little bit thinner, a little bit more watery, and this one is the L'Oreal. They're both really easy to apply. You can apply with them with your fingers or with a brush. They go on beautifully. They have a very similar finish. They're both kind of a demi-matte. They're not super luminous, but they're not super dry and matte looking either. I love them both. Like as far as the finish goes, I don't really see a difference between them. And the price difference on these foundations, the Chanel retailed for $50 and the L'Oreal is about $19.99. So if you're running out of your Chanel Ultra Le Tint Velvet and you're in a little bit of a panic, go ahead and give the L'Oreal True Match Nude Tinted Serum a try. And for those of you who are going to ask about the new Chanel foundation, the #1 to Chanel, it is not a dupe for the previous Chanel. It's really nothing like the old Chanel. It doesn't contain any SD alcohol. It's a little bit thicker. It does still sit beautifully on the skin, and I do love it. All right, the second dupe for today is another foundation. I'm not wearing it today except on my nose because when I discovered this foundation and tested it, the one thing that I really loved about it was its staying power on my nose. The foundation I'm talking about is the KVD Good Apple Balm Foundation, and this I liked a lot. It wasn't completely for me because it wasn't as natural and skin-like looking as I like, but it is a really nice balm consistency. It's going to be very hydrating, very creamy, kind of the opposite of what the Chanel and the L'Oreal True Match were. They were very lightweight, could be a little bit drying, but definitely sit very lightweight feeling on the skin. The balms tend to be a little bit heavier, a little bit creamier, a little bit more hydrating. So for different types of skin, where that might have been better for combo to oily skin, this balm might be better for people with skin on the drier side. So this is a great product. I really liked it. But I did discover a balm recently that I think is a very similar dupe to this, and that's from L'Oreal. It's their Age Perfect 4-in-1 Tinted Balm. So this is also a balm. It doesn't come in a compact. This has a lid that twists off. This feels very similar to the KVD. It looks very similar to the KVD, so let me just pop them both on the back of my hand here. This one is the KVD. This one is the L'Oreal 2-in-1. You can see they have very much the same kind of finish. I mean, obviously the shades aren't the same. You would have to get a shade match for you in each one. When you rub these in, they both have that same, it's kind of like a dry, oily feeling. They both feel so similar. I gotta say that as far as wearing these as makeup, I prefer the L'Oreal to the KVD. I found this one to be a little bit heavier than the L'Oreal. I really like this one, and on days when I'm not really wearing much makeup, but let's say my sunscreen isn't the right color and I really just want to even out my skin tone, I just buff this all over my face, and I love it for like a no makeup day. I even use this as my under eye concealer. It stays in place really well, and I love this product. And the price difference on these two, the KVD balm retails for $40.50 and the L'Oreal is $15. All right, so the next dupe is going to be my setting powder. So you guys know I've been a huge fan of the IT Cosmetics Bye Bye Pores HD powder for years and years now. This really was my holy grail setting powder for a long time. But recently I discovered this NYX Mineral Matte Finishing Powder. And I love it so much, it's become my HG powder, and I use it just about every day. It goes great with all my foundations. I actually don't even really reach for this one that much anymore, and I don't reach for my Honest Beauty powder anymore. Now, the Honest Beauty never really was a dupe for this one because it was a much heavier, much drier looking, much more mattifying powder. The IT Cosmetics powder does mattify really well. It does hide your pores really well, but it also has a little bit of like a slight luminosity to it, and I'd say that that's why this one is a dupe for this one, because they act the same on your skin. So if you've always hated setting powders because they look too matte or they're too drying, these are definitely ones that you should try because they don't make your skin look dry. I'm wearing the IT powder on this side of my face, and I'm wearing the NYX powder on this side of my face. And you know, if you take a look at, say, my under eye concealer area, you know, down here where I put it, you can see that they look pretty much the same as far as mattification, disguising my pores and everything. The big difference between them is that this one only comes in one color. It's a translucent, so it's white. I almost give the NYX an edge because it comes in a few different shades, and because it comes in shades, it doesn't give as much flashback. This one unfortunately does give flashback. If you're taking a picture of yourself in a darkened room with a point blank flash, you'll get flashback off of this. The NYX doesn't give flashback, so that is a really great dupe. And the shade I wear it in is light medium. And the price difference between these two, the IT powder is $30 for 0.23 ounces, and the NYX is $10 for 0.28 ounces. All right, next dupe is on my lips. I've got my upper lip done with one lipstick and my lower lip done with a completely different lipstick. Can you guess which is the high-end lip and which is the dupe lip? Can you tell? I don't even think I can remember. The lipstick on my lower lip is my Wayne Goss Luxury Lip Cream in Daisy. You guys, this has been a favorite of mine for years. I love Wayne's makeup products, which reminds me I've got to get his new foundation and give that a try. Give the video a thumbs up if you want to see a Foundation Friday on Wayne's foundation. But this is a favorite of mine. It's a little bit of a peachy nude color. It's so creamy. It's never drying. The wear is phenomenal. And like I said, one of my favorites for a reason. It's not hideously expensive at $28, but you know, for one lipstick, it's a little bit pricey. I did find this perfect dupe for it in this lipstick. This is the Revlon Super Lustrous Cream Lipstick, and this is a new one in Bare It All, and this retails for $5.50. And this is a spot-on dupe color-wise for Wayne's lipstick, and I gotta say, feel-wise, they both feel super buttery, super creamy. I've worn them separately, and I love them both. take a look at the color side by side. They're just slightly different. I would say Wayne's is slightly lighter, slightly less mauve-y colored, but they're both slightly sheer lipsticks, so your lip color or your lip liner is definitely going to show through. Here they are swatched side by side. This is the Wayne Goss lipstick and this is the Revlon. I think they're very, very similar, and I think they look almost exactly the same on my lips. And the last makeup dupe you can't see because it's underneath my eyeshadow, but it is my eyelid primer. One of my all-time favorite eyelid primers is the Fenty Amplify Primer. This is a gorgeous eyelid primer. It retails for $22. It's kind of a pinky shade, which is one of the reasons that I first fell in love with it. I like the pinky shade because it kind of starts color correcting my eyelid when I first put it on. And then I find that as an eyelid primer, it really works well to lock down the color. It amplifies the color, makes it look more vibrant, and it keeps it from settling into my creases, and it keeps it locked down and in place all day. So I absolutely love that one. But I did purchase one from the Sephora house brand recently called the Sephora Amplifier Eye Primer, and this one retails for $10, so less than half the price. The color of the eyelid primer is very similar. It's the same kind of fleshy pink color, and here they are both on the back of my hand. This one here is the Fenty, this one is the Sephora. They act very similar to each other. When I put them on, they feel the same, they apply the same, and I gotta say, there's no difference in how my eyeshadow goes on, how long it wears. So I feel like the Sephora really did a great job in duping the Fenty. Is there a difference in the size? This one is 0.2 ounces and the Fenty is 0.2 ounces. It's so funny because look at how big their tube is compared. So you look at this one, you think, oh my gosh, this is so much bigger, you're getting so much more. The Fenty is definitely trying to make you feel like you're getting a lot more in there for twice the price, but you're not getting twice the product. It's the exact same amount of product in both these tubes, but this one's half as much. So anyway, another good dupe for you there. And the last dupe isn't makeup, but it is something that I use every time I put on makeup. And the high-end product is my Ricky Loves Ricky mirror. This is a lighted makeup mirror that I have it sitting here on my desk, and I love this guy. I kind of had sticker shock over this when I bought it, but I gotta say that I've never looked back. I've never regretted it. What I love the most about it is the magnetized mirror that sticks onto the front. That is a 10x mirror. And I like it that you can just pull it off really quickly and easily because I never use this attached to the mirror. I always pull it off and hold it in my hand and then use my other hand to apply makeup while I'm looking with this one. So the Ricky mirror has been a real game changer with being able to apply my makeup, see what I'm doing, get in there really super close, be able to see what I'm doing with my eyeliner and everything, you know, check for mistakes, and it's been great. But at $200, it is, how do you say, a little spicy? Not spicy, pricey. Yes, it is a little spicy and a little pricey, and so I was looking for a dupe for it, and I found one, and this little mirror is only $24. It certainly isn't the same size as the Ricky, but it has a magnet on 10x mirror, and that was the main thing that I was looking for. And look, it comes in an adorable little travel pouch. So this is the Style Pro mirror. It's definitely smaller than the Ricky. So here's the Style Pro, definitely not the same scale as the Ricky, but definitely easier to take with you when you travel, especially with that little pouch. And here is the 10x mirror magneted right to the front. And you can magnet this anywhere that you want it, and it'll just stay put wherever you put it. It's an easel style mirror, so it has a little stander here in the back, and the on-off button is right here on the front. So it goes on, and I believe it also is dimmable. Now it's super dim, and let me press and hold, and it brightens it right up. Oh yeah, that's actually pretty bright. Just putting them side by side to compare the scale, you can see this one is obviously much smaller than the Ricky, but also easier to carry with you. But they're both great mirrors, and if $200 was just never gonna be in your price range for a makeup mirror, then I definitely think that this is a good dupe for it. All right, so those are all the dupes I had for you today. I will keep my eyes peeled for new ones in the future. future, and as soon as I get a few of them together, I'll make another video. So I hope you enjoyed the video, found it helpful and informative. If you did, go ahead and give it a like, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. As always, I thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate you watching. I hope you have a great day, and I will see you in the next video. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.